This is the Loz lesson for today. Where to start after losing manifestations. I've been intentionally manifesting for 4 years. After finding you on here, I feel like I need an identity change. So in this Loz lesson, I'll teach you what you're doing wrong and why you're losing things and how an identity change is what you're all meant to be doing. So guys, if you haven't realised, I have a new course and it's called Become Magnetic, and part 1 is out now in the squad and part 2 drops next week. Part 3 is the following week. It goes for the whole month of Jan. And in it I teach you that you need to do nothing to manifest. Least action. No action, in fact. All the actions taking place in your mind. You are changing the identity of self that reflects out and creates a new reality. And in that course, I will teach you how to do it with the least of effort. In fact, almost none. But I do give you a workbook to go with it and teaching videos so you fully understand how to do this. Now, when you've lost your manifestation and this person says, I've been intentionally manifesting for 4 years, a lot of you come to me and what you've been doing for a long time has been completely wrong. And I'm really sorry to scare a lot of you, but I see very few people teaching manifestation correctly, okay? And a lot of you have relied on technique after technique. Now, this person could have been, I don't know, watching law of attraction videos for 4 years and thinking they were doing things right. I was that person many years ago. I watched the movie and then read The Secret in 2004, I think it was, because when I moved to England, 2004. And I thought I understood it. And I tried everything. And I would only manifest small things and then lose them, small things and then lose them. And the big things I never fucking manifested and I couldn't figure it out. And what I'd done was I'd undone what I was naturally already doing, which was changing my concept of self and saying things like, I am now a student at the school. I was going to the end naturally by saying I am. And then The Secret fucked me all up because I started talking about the universe and thinking something outside of me was making decisions and putting it out there and all that crap. Perhaps that's what this person was doing for 4 years. However, some of you have actually been listening to law of assumption people for a while and doing all the wrong things. Because what you're essentially not doing when you're listening to coaches, a lot of you, is changing your concept of self, changing, as this person puts, their identity. And that's all I am trying to teach you and all I've ever taught you for the last 4 years. So it's really unfortunate this girl wasn't listening to me for 4 years. But now she's been listening to me, she realizes what she needs to do is have an identity change. Because the identity she currently is losing what she manifested. So even though she managed to manifest stuff, she's losing it. And you know what? That's why I started my account. I started listening to Neville in 2016. I started manifesting things in, but I would almost always lose what I manifested. And I couldn't understand why. And I really had to go down the rabbit hole of why I was losing the stuff that I manifested, relationships, money, everything. And I came to the realization that I didn't quite understand Neville fully. I hadn't really bought the pearl. And buying the pearl means understanding that everything comes from you. You can't blame the other because the other is you. Now, I know that sounds really strange, but everyone is your mirror reflection and everything comes from you. So you are causing whatever you lost. You are causing the loss. And it's really, really hard to accept that. So if this girl's losing, say, a specific person after she manifested them in, what she needs to understand is, what was I thinking when they came back? What was I thinking when we were in the new relationship that was still the old thinking I had before from the old identity of me that caused them to go away in the first place? If you don't understand what I mean by this and how to investigate that, I have a course all about this called Back and Begging. I'll put it here when this is on YouTube. And it's about manifesting a specific person the right way so you don't fucking lose them. The reason I started this account was because I understood how I was losing my manifestations, and I was also in other people's groups, other manifestation groups, and watching people over and over and over again losing their manifestations, and they couldn't understand why, and I knew I had the answer. And the coach of the particular group wasn't teaching them correctly. And I thought, you know what, I need to actually make a TikTok because this isn't getting taught right on the platforms that I'm watching things on, right? So, and I'm not bitching about coaches, I'm just saying that was the reasoning behind me starting this account, okay? And when I understood that, I had to be truly and completely brutally honest with myself about what I was still thinking that was causing things to go away or causing bad situations to happen. And one of the biggest realizations I had was that I didn't think I would be chosen, and I thought I did things wrong. Now, when I identified both those things, I realized the I'm not chosen thing actually wasn't as important to me as the thing I needed to change, because there was something behind me not being chosen. So when I went deeper down the rabbit hole, I was like, okay, but why do I think I do things wrong then? Or why do I think things go wrong? Well, that's deeper than the chosen. So what's behind me thinking I do things wrong, I fuck things up, and I won't be chosen? Because I think I'm wrong. I think there's something wrong with me. And that one statement, when I figured it out, the one belief I held about myself that was hidden completely from me, even though I knew that my whole life that I thought that, I didn't realize deep down it was coloring and causing everything that was happening, including the loss of manifestations. And every single one of my courses on subconsciouslaws.com, there are 15 courses and 2 advanced courses. And every single one of them investigates for you, and you have to do the work, obviously, in the course. I'm not doing it for you. But in the course, the workbooks and the videos investigate why you're thinking the things you think and what you're thinking that you don't realize you're thinking that's coloring and causing everything that's happening, including the loss of manifestations, like I had to do. And once I dug to the core of the earth of myself and realized I had that one belief that I am wrong, then of course I wouldn't be chosen because I think I'm wrong. Of course I would fuck things up because I think I'm wrong. Of course I would think people get upset by me or triggered by me because there's something wrong with me. Of course things would completely get lost, or including money, relationships, because there's something wrong with me. You understand? I understood that, and then I realized, holy shit, the new identity I need to be is the opposite of I am wrong.